Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. It is so good to be back. I have been almost forced to not make any programs for the last few days. There's been a lot of interference with it, but I'm back and I'm glad to be back. And I have with me Brother Rouse. Brother Rouse, thank you for coming on the program.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, Brother Rouse is a full-time evangelist, and we're so happy to be with him. He is preaching right now for Brother Strain in Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
If I miss any names, you tell me. You correct me and help me.
Yes, sir. I will.
And but anyway, Brother Rouse, how long you've been evangelizing?
I've been full-time evangelizing since officially February 14th of 2021.
Yes.
So that was our first actual service. Was actually with Brother Strain's father in Decatur.
Yes.
We preached our first
Decatur,
service.
Alabama.
Yes, sir. Decatur,
Yeah,
Alabama.
because people in New York or Bangladesh,
They might not understand that.
they might not know exactly where that's at.
Yes, sir.
But and surprisingly enough, I believe they checked, and 10% of my audience was in another country or something.
Really?
Yeah,
So you're international then?
I'm internationally known. And if you don't believe it, ask me. And
Yes, sir.
I have no shame in bragging on myself. You know why I can brag on myself now? It's because Mama has already passed away and she's not here to whip me.
Nobody's there to keep you in line. Huh?
That's right. Nobody keep me in line. I just keep on going.
Yes, sir.
So where are you? What area are you covering mostly?
I've been down here in the South mostly. We went up to Missouri, Tennessee, some last year, and then was in Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania just for a short period.
Yeah.
And we've been back in the South close to a year now. So.
Well, not that he needs any help, but some of you Yankees get him. You might, some of you Yankees might need to give him a call. Brother Rouse, what is your first name?
Clay.
Clay Rouse.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a distinguished name. You sure you should give it to somebody else?
Yes, sir.
Now, how many children do you have?
I have two children. I have two girls.
How old are they?
My oldest is McKenna. She's 9. And I have another daughter who's 4, be turning 5 in November. Her name is Carly.
Now, what is your wife's name?
Her name is Erica Rouse.
Is Erica pretty?
Beautiful.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh, yes, sir.
Now, you're not just saying it because you're afraid she'll see this. You mean that, don't you?
I mean that. Yes, sir. I tell her all the time how beautiful she is.
Well, that's, hey, and you just keep telling her.
Yes,
just keep
sir.
telling her, because I tell you, these ladies have a hard time.
Yes, sir.
Anybody thinks they are just along for the ride, they make the ride possible.
They do.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they keep things going in the background.
Well, I told my wife, I said, baby, if you don't want to travel with me, we'll just pull this camper back to the house. And
Yeah, just settle in.
that's right. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
boy, since my wife has been gone, I realized so much what she was doing, and I'm even having to go when I leave a hotel room. I'm having to go to the front desk and then get a key and go back and look at the room to see if we left anything. Well, that's John's job, you know, and
Yes, sir.
all that, keeping up with that.
You're right.
And I have to take and put my clothes in the plastics to keep them from getting wrinkled, and keep her.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she's a
Keep her
keeper.
happy. Yes, sir.
Well, so Are you long-winded?
Well, I've been accused of being long-winded, and I've been accused of being short-winded, so.
Well, come in between there somewhere. Okay, Yankees, go ahead and get him. He said he won't go forever.
Yes, sir. Well,
You know, I can just do it for so long, here for so long. Got to where it seemed like preachers would get up and preach an hour and then hold the congregation another hour trying to milk the juice out of what they said.
yes, sir.
Why don't we just preach and give an altar call and leave it to God?
Yes, sir.
Why don't we trust the anointing instead of all the hype?
Yes, sir.
The anointing is what does it, isn't that right, brother?
Yes, sir, it is. It's the anointing that destroys the yoke. Yes, sir.
It destroys what?
The yoke.
Yeah, that's the yoke of bondage. That's
Yes, sir.
exactly right. I just wanted to be sure that the audience heard
Yes, sir.
what you were saying, because that's very important. How long has it been since you went to a meeting and saw people just sitting while the preacher was preaching and weeping? They don't give them a chance to weep. They want them to scream and holler.
Yes, sir.
It's good to just every once in a while weep. And it's good to every once in a while spontaneous praise.
Yes, sir.
Just burst forth from the audience without saying, come on now.
Yes, sir. I believe, especially when we begin to enter into that place of weeping, I believe that takes us a lot deeper. Not that there's anything wrong with the shout or
No, we all
and the
believe in
dance.
that. We all believe in that.
But it's just something special about breaking down in the presence of God and surrendering, everything about ourselves to God. And so that's when God's really able to work on our hearts.
I notice a lot of times there's a lot of emotion, but no feeling other than the wanting. You can feel some of that at a ball game. You can feel some of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When the big band's playing, So.
Yes, sir.
Well, anyway, hey, you know what? Brother Strain is here somewhere. Brother Strain, can you hear me, Brother Strain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I saw a sword here. What's that sword over there for? Could you bring that over here? I want our audience. This sword. Is this Goliath's sword?
You know what? I don't know whose sword it is, but it one time belonged to my dad in his office. So it's just a little sentimental gift to me, and my dad gave it to me. And so.
This is not how you pastor, is it?
No, sir. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Are not carnal. Pulling down a stronghold. Well, I just think that is so neat,
Yes.
and it's heavy. Yes. Well, anyway, that had nothing to do with the program, but I couldn't get it out of my mind.
I don't know if I just received a warning of some kind or what.
If you the night you don't preach good,
it could be lights out.
Yeah, the lights out. If you see him coming down the aisle.
I'm going to have my own sword.
Sword of Goliath.
Hey, listen, I enjoyed you being on the program so
sir.
much, Brother Rouse.
Thank you for having me.
We'll do this again sometime.
Yes, sir.
If I continue to live a while.
Yes, sir.
If you don't, maybe you'll take it up, pick it up and do it.
Maybe so.
Okay, God bless you. Thank you for listening.